Apple stock analysis and price prediction. Okay guys, so in this video we're going to talk about Apple. So Apple has recently announced some news that they are getting into the electric vehicle industry, and they're thinking about releasing an electric vehicle kind of known as the Apple Car by 2024, guys. So this is some amazing news. So full disclosure, I'm a shareholder in Apple and I hold this stock in my long-term retirement account because it pays a dividend. And I believe Apple, the largest company in the world based on market cap, they have awesome products and things like that. This is definitely a stock you want to buy and hold, not really trade in and out of. But this recent news kind of gave me an inspiration to kind of record this video to show you guys how much potential I think Apple has if they add the Apple Car to their pipeline. So let's kind of head over to that article. So as you can see here, so it says the Apple Car, Apple's vehicle project focused on building an autonomous driving car. So as you can see here, it says hundreds of Apple employees are working on developing a self-driving car. And basically since 2014 they started working on this project called Project Titan, with upwards of 1,000 employees working on developing an electric vehicle car. So this is some amazing news because the Apple Car is basically going to be, I think, a game changer. We all know how Apple came in, they revolutionized the iPod, they revolutionized the iPhone, computers and things like that. So the good thing about Apple is that Apple has kind of a cult-like following. A lot of their people who buy Apple products, they buy everything. So they buy the AirPods, the phones, a lot of the gadgets. And, Apple also makes a ton of money with their recurring subscription business as well through iTunes and things like that. So the Apple Car is basically another extension of the brand. So one of the interesting things about this kind of article is that we see here, it says that the Apple Car project has changed leadership several times and hundreds of employees have been laid off during the course of development. But now it's under new leadership. It says Apple's AI and machine learning chief, who took over the reins from Bob Mansfield after Mansfield retired in 2020. So it says over the course of the last few years, rumors indicated Apple has shifted its focus to autonomous driving software. But Apple in 2018 rehired Tesla engineer Doug Field, leading speculation. Apple is very smart. Of course, they simply handpicked executives from Tesla to help work on this project. And it's pretty much expected that Apple is going to partner probably with some other companies in the future, perhaps companies like NIO or Xiaoping, to kind of help them get their car to market. So as we all know, guys, you are familiar with the whole iPhone. The iPhone is actually produced by a separate company in China. They produce the phone, and Apple designs kind of the software and stuff like that. So I'm pretty much expecting a similar kind of partnership when it comes to the Apple Car. Apple will obviously work on the software within the car, and then they'll probably outsource the manufacturing itself somewhere else. So as you can see here, as you can see here on Wikipedia, we have a little bit more information on kind of the whole timeline of this project. So it says in August 2018, BBC reported Apple had 66 road registered driverless cars. So the whole thing about this car is that it's planned to be launched in 2024. So we're looking at a time frame of probably around 3 years or so into the future at least, more likely 4 years, kind of how the whole pandemic has kind of slowed down a bunch of situations. So why is this such a huge catalyst for Apple stock? Well, one of the reasons is that if we take a look at Apple as fast as it has in the past, so we're taking a look at a 12 trailing months graph of Apple's revenue. And as you can see here, a lot of the revenue grew fast, and over the past couple of quarters or so, revenue has really slowed down. So obviously, stock's going to trade on revenue and earnings. Basically, companies that are dealing with profits going to trade on earnings, and companies that have a lot of high growth in the future but maybe aren't profitable right now are going to trade on revenue. So I think this is a brilliant move in revenue. So as you can see, over the last 12 trading months in 2020, Apple's doing around $274 billion in revenue, guys. So to give you guys kind of a comparison, Tesla is doing northwards of $20 billion a year in revenue too, and this could actually really jumpstart, I think, Apple's revenue and their growth rates. Okay, so here we are looking at a year-to-date chart of Apple stock, and obviously we've seen a lot of these EV stocks that are kind of up big, 300%. So NIO, of course, is up over more than 1,000%. Tesla stocks over more than 600%, but Apple stock, a much more larger company, it's only up 77% year to date. So this news is going to cause a huge catalyst for the stock. So if we take a look here, the stock kind of bounced up based on resistance at around $135, and that was after the split. So after the 4-for-1 stock split, the stock kind of fell back down towards $105. And I also bought shares. Apple's a stock I like to kind of buy every month, every quarter, and just add to my position in my retirement account. But now we're taking a look here as it looks like Apple is about to break out. And we all know that this is a brilliant move by Tim Cook and the people at Apple, simply because EV stocks, renewable energy stocks, have been the hottest stocks in 2020. So basically leaking news that they're going to be releasing an Apple car in 2024. This is kind of the same moves that a lot of these EV SPAC companies have used. Fisker, Lordstown Motors, and many more, saying that they have a car in the pipeline, and it's just added a lot of investor interest to the stock, which is really huge right now, because I know a lot of companies are looking to raise money through stock offerings and things like that. And Apple, by releasing that they're going to come out with an electric vehicle car in 2024, absolute game changer, guys. I'm pretty sure this car is going to look amazing. I'm going to be posting more video updates as I get more news, but I just thought that this was definitely, if you guys don't have Apple stock in your portfolio, I would say this is probably the one stock you definitely want to hold in your retirement portfolio. It does pay a dividend, and the returns have been amazing over the years. So if we head over here to Morningstar, we could take a look at trailing returns for Apple, or over the last 15 years, 30% per year, and over the last 10 years, 28%. So this is a no-brainer stock. It's definitely a stock you want to hold and kind of just buy continuously. You don't want to really trade it so much. But with the announcement of kind of launching these electric vehicles, I think Apple stock has a lot more upside in the future. So I've always been bullish on Apple stock. I just think it's a stock you just buy. But now with the whole electric vehicle news, we're looking at a stock that could potentially be pushing towards $200 by next year. And simply because we're looking at the market cap, and we see that Apple's kind of been sluggish ever since their stock split. But as you know, as the iPhone 12 cycle kind of plays out, a lot of people are going to upgrade their iPhones this year, and Apple just constantly innovates, and they constantly have amazing products. So, you know, for guys, we'll be covering a lot of EV companies on this channel so far this year, and I think Apple deserves a serious look. So we're looking at a timeline now, a price target of Apple stock in 2024. We don't really know how many pre-orders Apple will probably get for this car, but we're assuming they're going to get a ton of them. So, you know, Apple is going to just continue its, basically, it was already marching towards $1,000 a share before the split. So, you know, Apple stock has split quite a few times over the years, and it's just going to continue marching higher, guys. So I think definitely it could be by probably before next year, Apple might break out on this news. I think it's going to take a couple of days for it to really spread around and things like that. So I would say Apple, with my short-term price target, I think there's upside of around $140, $150 a share. With long-term upside, if they deliver on this Apple car, I think the stock could easily double. So right now, Apple obviously over $2 trillion in market cap, but that number is going to increase a lot in this decade, as you're going to see a lot more multi-trillion-dollar companies in the markets, guys. So that's it, guys, for the kind of the news update on the Apple car. Really exciting news for the EV space as a whole, and we'll really see who Apple will partner with. So there's been a bit of speculation here. As you can see, there's an article on Pan Daily. It says Apple could partner with Chinese automakers NIO or Xiaoping, and basically what he's talking about is simply that, you know, obviously Apple partners with companies to produce the iPhone. Perhaps they will partner with some Chinese stocks as well. So full disclosure, guys, I do own NIO stock, and a NIO Apple partnership would be really amazing, but this is all speculation right now. So as you can see here, it says, we believe, based on investor conversations over the last few days, that many on the street would rather see Apple partner in the EV path and start building its own vehicles or factories, given the margin financial model implications down the road, coupled with the strategic product risks around such a gargantuan endeavor, guys. So if they partner with NIO, that's even more bullish for Chinese stocks like NIO and Xiaoping, guys. So I think all of these companies will do well. They'll kind of work together and produce a lot of these electric vehicles moving forward, because that is definitely the future of transportation, guys. And as you can see here, one of the key points they point out here is that according to media reports, at the end of 2029, Apple hired 500 employees from Tesla, guys, and also poached 170 from Futon Motor. So sky's the limit for Apple, guys. Definitely a strong buy. If you guys have been thinking about buying it, now's a good time to buy it before you get a lot of that EV news baked in, and we're going to probably see a run up in the price. So that's it until now, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please smash the like button if you enjoy my content, and also be sure to hit that red subscribe button as well to receive future updates. If you want to find out which stocks that I am looking at on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to my daily stock watch newsletter, and be sure to join my private Discord chat where we talk about how to stock plays on a weekly basis. So that's it until next time, guys. Take care.